Hey, this is Nathan Gist. You've probably heard the saying, the past is the past, and you can't change it. But what if that wasn't completely true? What if modern science was telling us that the past isn't as fixed as we've always believed? That how you see it today actually reshapes the way it lives inside of you? Stay with me, because this one is going to blow your mind. It might just free you from some of the weight that you've been carrying for years. See, in 2012, in a quiet lab in Vienna, there was a group of physicists that ran an experiment that should have been impossible. They fired two entangled photons, little particles of light, into a quantum setup. One was measured immediately. The other was delayed, traveling through a long fiber optic cable. Here's where it gets wild. When they compared the results, the first photon's measurement seemed to depend on what actually happened to the second, even though it hadn't been measured yet. The future was shaping the past. This wasn't a fluke. Other labs confirmed it. The experiment became known as delayed choice quantum eraser. And it turns one of our deepest assumptions upside down. At a quantum level, time doesn't behave like a straight arrow. It bends, it loops, it responds to observation. Now you might be thinking, okay, Nathan, that sounds cool science trivia, but what does that have to do with me? Turns out, everything. Because here's the truth. Your mind works the same way. The events of your past, the times you failed, the words that cut you, the moments that left you a scar, those things aren't sitting in your brain like a fixed photograph. They're stored as living memories. And every time you recall one, your brain literally rebuilds it. It's called reconsolidation, which means the present, your awareness today, is constantly reshaping how the past exists inside of you. Just like the photon's past changed depending on observation in the future, your past changes depending on how you choose to see it now. This is why two people can live through the exact same experience, and one carries it as a burden for life while the other uses it as fuel to rise higher. It isn't the event, it's the meaning you assign to it when you recall it. Let me give you an example. I work with traders. Some of them have taken devastating financial hits. One guy lost tens of thousands in a single day. For years, every time he sat down at his screen, the memory replayed like a scar on his confidence. His body would tighten, his fingers would hesitate on the mouse. He sabotaged himself. But when we worked together, I asked him to revisit that loss, not to relive the pain, but to reinterpret it. Instead of seeing it as proof that he wasn't cut out for trading, he began to see it as a tuition that he paid for the wisdom that he has now. He realized it was the day he learned discipline, the day he stopped playing reckless games with his money. Now here's the kicker. The event didn't change. The loss still happened, but the meaning changed. And once the meaning shifted, the past no longer had the same hold on the present. That's the quantum eraser at work. Not in physics, but in the mind. There's a teaching in Buddhism that fits this perfectly. It's called the two arrows. The first arrow is the event itself, the insult, the failure, the loss. That arrow hits fast, and you can't always stop it. The second arrow is the story you tell about it afterwards. I'm not good enough. I'll never recover. I'm broken. Most people don't realize the second arrow is optional. And yet that's the arrow that does the real damage. When you understand that the meaning you give the present reshapes how the past is stored, you realize that you can stop firing the second arrow. You can change the way the memory exists inside of you. Think about your own life. What's the memory that keeps replaying for you? The one that you drag into every new chapter. Maybe it was a breakup that shattered your confidence. Maybe it was a business deal that collapsed. Maybe it was the parent who said you'll never amount to anything. And maybe, just maybe, you believe that moment defined you, that it locked you into a certain future. But here's what the science and your own experience proves. It's not fixed. The way you look at it now rewrites it. And that means you are free. I want you to try this right after you listen today. Pick a memory, something that still stings when you think about it. See it in your mind's eye. Notice the details, the feelings, the heaviness. Now step into it with the perspective that you have today. What you know now that you didn't know then. What strength and perspective have you built since then? Send that version of you the reassurance. Tell that you what you needed to hear back then. Watch the scene shift. Feel the weight lift as the meaning changes. Let's be clear, you're not erasing the past. You're erasing the pain. You're rewiring the story in the only place that it matters, your nervous system. Do you realize what this means for your future? If your past isn't fixed, then your future isn't fixed either. If meaning can change backward in time, then your choices can ripple forward in the ways that you can't even see yet. Your decision today to reframe, to heal, to stand taller, it doesn't just free you from yesterday, it opens the door to everything moving ahead. It's not just motivational fluff. That's the neuroscience. That's physics. That's truth. Michelangelo once said that when he carved the statue of David, he wasn't creating something new. He was simply chipping away at the marble that wasn't David. That's what you're doing when you rewrite the past. You're not denying what happened, you're removing the layers of pain, false meaning, and the heavy stone that doesn't belong to you. Until what's left is the masterpiece you were meant to be. So here's my challenge. Again, pick one memory this week. Rewrite it. Don't let it define you another day. Instead, let it refine you. Let it fuel you. Because just like those photons of Vienna, your past is not finished, and neither are you. And to be clear, you're not stuck. You're not broken. You are the observer, the meaning maker, the one who decides what your past means and what your future becomes. And as you choose differently today, your entire timeline shifts. If this message hit home, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with somebody who needs to hear it. And if you want more content on mindset, subconscious transformation, and unlocking who you were created to be, subscribe to the channel. This is Nathan Gist, reminding you that the past isn't fixed and your future is wide open.